Breaking news in Maine. At least 16 people are dead when a shooter in Maine opens fire at multiple locations. What we know at this hour.
Let the enemies of freedom around the world hear us loud and clear. The People's House is back in business.
The speaker elected in Washington, and later a lunch inside a Beloit Noodles and Company store that many will never forget. A deer decides it wanted to try some pasta as well. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. We do have that breaking news out of Maine tonight, where authorities say at least 16 people have been killed by an active shooter at multiple locations in the city of Lewiston, Maine. That's about 35 miles north of Portland, Maine. And this is a live look at Central Maine Medical Center, which is being called a mass casualty incident tonight. Dozens of others were injured in this shooting.
Both President Biden and the FBI have been notified of the situation. One of those shootings happened at a bar and grill restaurant. The second at a bowling alley. It is believed about 30 other people were injured. Lewiston is Maine's second most populated city with more than 36,000 residents. Police have released pictures of the gunman, who is still at large. Residents are being asked to shelter in place. The sheriff's office is also encouraging businesses to lock down or close while they investigate. One longtime resident says she can't recall anything like this happening there before.
This is an overwhelming situation. I don't think we've ever had anything like this. Down there by the doors that have family members in there. There was a girl down there with 5 people. All got shot up, and they're like frantic. You know, what are you going to do?
Stay with News 3 Now on air and channel3000.com. We will bring you any updates as we receive them.
And more breaking news here in southern Wisconsin. There is a police presence in Monona. This is a live look right now near Southtown Drive at Raywood Road. We are still trying to track down information on what exactly happened here, but as soon as we find out, we will share it with you. We saw a mix of wet weather, mild temperatures for southern Wisconsin today. Expect 2 more days of similar conditions.
But by the weekend, temperatures will plummet. Meteorologist Alex Harrington is on the patio tonight. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Eric. Yes, temperatures are going to be on the nosedive by the time we get to the weekend. So adios to this really, really mild temperatures. It's beautiful out here on the patio right now. Less a little bit of mist on my purple glasses, which will color coordinate for the plummeting temperatures. More on that later. Let's take a look at the rainfall that we're expecting on Doppler track. High and dry right now, other than that bit of that mist out there, which can be a bit of an inconvenience when you're out on those roadways, folks, to have the windshield wipers on and so forth. But we're looking at showers and thunderstorms moving back towards the area, eyeing up Platteville to Darlington to Monroe to Janesville by the time we get to about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And those showers and those thunderstorms will overspread all of southern Wisconsin, which we see really well depicted here with our 6-hour future track radar. Thursday is going to be a very wet day, carrying on into your Friday. Inch and a half, maybe 2 inches across portions of southern Wisconsin. So some hefty rainfall totals. And that's what we get when we go from really mild temperatures. Look at that. Lows around 60, highs in the middle to upper 60s on your Thursday. And then we're going to see the crashing temperatures as we go out into the weekend. Your Halloween heads up. Why do we have an alert day for Halloween? We're expecting unseasonably cold temperatures. The breeze will make it feel colder, so plan to bundle up. And I'll break down the wind chill and what it is and why we will feel so chilly on Halloween. That's coming up.
If you were in the path of Monday's hailstorm, you may have gotten a knock on your door from a roofing company asking you to take a look at your home.
But how do you know if you should take them up on that offer? Our Braden Ross joins us now with the answer. Braden?
Yeah, look, these are some of the photos you guys sent us of Monday's hail. That storm may have left you wondering if your roof took any damage. Now, that's a question roofing companies are more than happy to answer for you, even if you didn't actually ask them.
After the rain comes the rainbow, and after the hail come the roof inspectors.
Scammers and storm chasers follow the news.
After a storm on Monday dumped quarter-sized hail on parts of Madison's east side, neighbors tell me it wasn't long before roofing companies were on their doorsteps.
After a storm hits, you may receive a knock on your door. It's a door-to-door solicitor, and they tell you that if you have storm damage, they can help you, or maybe they want to go up on your roof and offer you a free roof inspection.
But while it may seem like they're just trying to make things easier for you, the Better Business Bureau recommends you take a pause before accepting even a free inspection.
Sometimes these free roof inspections will go up on your roof and create damage, or maybe have photos of damage that's not your roof.
And even if the company isn't that shady, you should still take your time making any big decisions about your home.
A lot of times they're accompanied with very aggressive sales tactics. If somebody is asking you to pay upfront in cash or put 100% down, that should be a red flag that something is wrong.
So if someone knocks on your door after a storm, here are a few tips to make sure you're not paying for damage repair that you don't need. Do your homework. Make sure the person you're talking to is legit. And don't feel pressured. A quick sale is usually a sketchy one, so don't be afraid to tell them you'll call them back later. And you can always call your insurance agent. Usually they can point you in the direction of a reputable company.
But bottom line, the best way to protect yourself and your money is to always be wary.
These free roof inspections, this is a scam. Maybe it's not always a scam, but be very, very careful.
Now, if you do end up needing work done on your house, here's a few more tips. Do your best to get multiple estimates. Try not to pay everything up front. Never sign your insurance check over to a company, and pay with a credit card for a little bit more protection.
Braden, thank you. New tonight, Madison police say they arrested 4 teenage boys for using a fake gun to scare people outside a Taco Bell. It happened Friday afternoon. Police are just now sharing those details. Officers were sent to the Whitney Way Taco Bell on the city's west side. And witnesses say the group was flashing the gun outside the restaurant as well as at people at a nearby shopping center. A 14-year-old and 3 13-year-olds were arrested. Overnight, Madison police arrested a 32-year-old man who they say broke into a near East Side home and helped himself to a beer. It happened before 4:30 at a residence on Lakeland Avenue. Police say a woman inside woke up to noises coming from the kitchen. She found the man, who appeared drunk, raiding her fridge and drinking beer. Police officers say they arrived and once inside found the man trying to hide under a table. He was arrested for burglary and resisting arrest.
2 separate crashes less than 25 miles apart last night left 2 people dead in Jefferson County. The first crash happened just before 9 p.m. near Johnson Creek when a car didn't stop at a stop sign at County Road Y and crashed. The driver died of their injuries at the hospital. More than an hour later in Waterloo, authorities say a vehicle hit a tree and caught fire after failing to negotiate a curve near Peschel Road. The driver was pronounced dead there. Authorities say speed was a factor in both crashes.
A major development tonight in the auto workers strike as the United Auto Workers Union and Ford have reportedly reached a tentative labor deal. That's according to a source familiar with the matter. There's not yet been an official announcement from either the union or Ford. Any deal would still need to be voted on by the 57,000 UAW members at Ford, which would likely take more than a week. This reported agreement does not have a direct effect on continuing strikes at rival automakers General Motors and Chrysler Dodge parent company Stellantis. The House will get back to work as Republican Congressman Mike Johnson has been named the 56th Speaker of the House.
Johnson, who represents Louisiana, scored enough votes to win the position this morning. The chamber had been without a leader since Kevin McCarthy's ousting earlier this month. Johnson received unanimous support from all Republican representatives on the vote. This was his message to Americans.
You're going to see an aggressive schedule in the days and weeks ahead. You're going to see Congress working as hard as it's ever worked, and we are going to deliver for the American people. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I want to thank you for being patient with us, and I promise you it'll be worth it.
Johnson's record shows he voted against certifying the 2020 presidential election, voted against legalizing same-sex marriage, and in May, he voted against a Ukraine aid package. A Democratic lawmaker has been charged for pulling the fire alarm at a House office building when there was no emergency.
And court records show New York Congressman Jamal Bowman has been charged with 1 count of falsely pulling a fire alarm, which is a misdemeanor. He's been ordered to appear in D.C. court tomorrow for his arraignment. It happened as lawmakers scrambled last month to pass a funding bill before a government shutdown deadline. The charges carry a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail. Security video shows Bowman pulling the alarm. He acknowledged pulling the alarm, telling reporters it was a mistake and he was trying to get through a door that is normally open. New cell phone video tonight shows the moment an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot charged with 83 counts of attempted murder was led off the very plane he allegedly tried to crash. 44-year-old Joseph Emerson is seen handcuffed on that video, guided down the aisle to be taken off that aircraft. He's accused of trying to cut off the plane's engines mid-flight while riding in the cockpit's jump seat. That happened Sunday night. That plane diverted to Portland shortly after taking off from a Seattle area airport. Emerson is being held without bail in Oregon. Not your normal lunch at a Beloit Noodles & Co. yesterday. Check it out. Yeah, that's a deer running right through the middle of the restaurant during the lunch rush. And the out-of-place animal eventually would make its way into the kitchen and out the back door, but not without getting some heart rates up.
Armand Rahman traveled to that very restaurant this afternoon to hear firsthand from the people who witnessed it.
Here in Wisconsin, we're used to watching out for deer on the roads and highways, but not while we're eating lunch.
No, I've been in this industry for a very long time. Nothing like that has ever happened.
We take you to the scene of a break-in at this Noodles & Company in Beloit. The perpetrator has been identified as John Doe.
It was a pretty large deer. It was a male deer with like 5 spikes on each of his antlers.
When it happened Tuesday, 65 middle school kids were enjoying some pasta after trick-or-treating, but they were quickly thrown off their daily routine.
I heard crash, a really loud crash.
General Manager Patty Pickering was in back.
My first instinct was that so the kids must have dropped something, tipped something over.
Except for one customer who just shielded himself with his hood, everyone ran for dear life.
I've never seen a room full of middle schoolers clear out so quickly.
The buck didn't stop there. He ran around the corner, then right out the back door. A 1.5-minute restaurant review.
He missed an entire pan of meatballs I had just pulled out of the oven. He could have had a snack.
No one was hurt, which is why Pickering says it's funny looking back, but it was intense in the moment.
The experience was scary. When the kids started screaming, I know it was my job to get everybody out and take care of everybody so they got out safe.
Scary and perplexing because this is a busy street next to a highway. But Pickering believes this deer was fawning over their noodles.
The food is so good, even the deer want to eat here.
Now, reportedly, officers later saw the deer uninjured, just exhausted, and probably still hungry because, you know, there's not much you can get to eat for a buck these days. In Beloit, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Now, I thought Armand was bad with the puns, but you came up with a few good ones
Well,
today.
I think this might possibly be the best story of the night.
Possibly be.
He's just so
Yeah,
silly.
and he used the buck stops here, which was one of yours.
He did.
You had a couple others, though, right?
Yeah, this is a very fusilli idea, you know, based off of Seinfeld, yes. I got them all.
I'm surprised he didn't at least go for the Rice Krispies in there, but
Those are
just
really good.
stopped.
You and I both know that.
You just stopped?
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Zumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Zumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Chelsea Handler has had it.
I have people I want to be alone with, and I can't do that with my family.
What kind of people you want to be alone with?
You know what I'm talking about.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
New at 10, wildlife officials in Wisconsin have approved a new wolf management plan that does not include a specific population goal. That's despite demands from hunters and farmers to establish a hard cap on the number of animals that can be killed. The new plan recommends a population of about 1,000 animals, but doesn't set a hard limit. Instead, it recommends allowing the population to grow or decline at certain numerical thresholds.
At the Capitol today, details were shared on the plan to spend more than $500 million in upgrades at American Family Field in Milwaukee. The money would go toward ballpark improvements, replacing the glass outfield doors and windows. The stadium seats, well, those are two major priorities. A change to the plan would create a new tax on non-baseball events that use the stadium, like concerts, for example. Lawmakers hope that would offset some of the $400 million the state is contributing.
I can tell you as a businessman, the most important thing to business growth is certainty. Knowing that the Brewers would be here through 2050 provides a ton of certainty for economic development around there. I'm not going to build a hotel in that immediate area if the Brewers are going to, leave in 2 years.
Now, some of the changes they're considering would be to winterize the stadium so the facility could host concerts year-round. New at 10, the Goodman Community Center is closing registration for its Thanksgiving basket drive 2 days early due to high demand. Registration was set to go through Friday, but the folks there tell us 4,000 Dane County families have already signed up. The drive, now in its 35th year, has helped provide a hot holiday meal to families in need of some support. And while registration is full, food donations are still needed. To see how you can help, visit goodmancenter.org. Some bad news for Wisconsin hospitals. A new report finds many are facing financial challenges.
Data from the Wisconsin Hospital Association shows that of Madison's 3 major hospitals, only SSM Health St. Mary's saw a positive operating margin in 2022 of 9.5%. UW Hospital and Unity Point Health Meriter both operated at a loss. The declines seen across the industry are being blamed on a return to pre-pandemic care and rising costs.
It takes a lot of people to provide health care. And there's been, coming out of the pandemic, there is some burnout and just workforce shortages in general.
The report found that 53 of Wisconsin's hospitals operated in the red in 2022. They say the second largest expense for hospitals is salary and fringe costs, which have increased overall in Wisconsin by 13.5% since 2019. 4-legged furry friends of striking Hollywood actors walked the picket line today in Los Angeles.
And the union and studio CEOs returned to the bargaining table for a second straight day. Several SAG-AFTRA members took a walk with their dogs on the picket lines at Disney Studios, just the latest theme picket on this 104th day of their strike. And despite some drizzly conditions, members were encouraged to bring their pets to show solidarity and get some good exercise.
We tried to smatter in reasons besides a fair deal to come out to the picket line. And here at Disney, we're asking people to bring their dogs, bring their pups, bring their furry friends. So it's the dog days of the strike.
Well, actors are seeking wage increases, protections against artificial intelligence, improved benefits, and a share of streaming residuals. Young children and their families got to enjoy an early round of trick-or-treating in downtown Madison earlier today. Families participated in a variety of Halloween and fall-themed events, including hay rides, a costume contest, and some trick-or-treating, of course. At Lisa Link Park, families could also get their pictures taken with a giant pumpkin and Bucky Badger. The event was put on by Madison's Central Business Improvement District. We're going to want to make sure that you are bundled up for trick-or-treating on Halloween. Maybe get some creative costumes that'll keep you warm. Alex, it's going to be chilly.
Yeah, you might want to go as the weather person because you got that suit on for that extra layer of warmth. And the reason why we have alert day conditions expected for your Tuesday is because of the very cold temperatures. We're going to be talking about the wind chill. Let's break the wind chill down here. Our body's always giving off heat. We have this invisible thermal layer. So when there's no wind and we're expecting temperatures right around the trick-or-treat time at 32 degrees, when we don't have that wind, you don't have that barrier being broken apart. So it feels like 32 degrees outside. But when you have that wind and we're expecting winds of upwards of 15, maybe 20 miles per hour, that 32-degree temperature doesn't feel like 32 degrees to your body because that invisible layer is broken. That heat up from your body can go right out to space, as I like to say, and then you feel cold and you cool down and your skin starts to cool down and it feels like actually 20 degrees. Not 32 degrees. Even 32 degrees, it'd be really, really cold for this time of year. Beautiful out there right now with the Capitol, but we are eyeing up the showers and the thunderstorms moving back towards southern Wisconsin. The rain will move in overnight. That will last all the way into your Friday. Upwards of 1 inch of rain is expected. Not surprising when you go from this really, really warm temperatures to the really, really cold temperatures. You have to have some weather in between. And then turning sharply colder, as we just said, and by Halloween, it's going to be really, really chilly out there, folks. So again, nice right now. Conditions will be changing, though. Doppler track here not showing anything high and dry in the Capitol, high and dry in Dane County, but it's not going to stay dry for long. We're eyeing up showers and thunderstorms lighting up here with our 6-hour future track model from Platteville to Darlington to south of Belleville, just south of Madison by the time we get to 2, 3 o'clock or so in the morning. All of southern Wisconsin will be seeing this band of rain and thunderstorms moving towards the north, widespread. Some of it will be heavy, of course. As we carry on, though, into your Thursday morning here, look at this in Dane County proper. Showers and thunderstorms lining up from Cross Plains to Middleton to Madison. We're all stand that chance of seeing those showers and those thunderstorms. Maybe a break and then another period just north of Madison up towards Windsor by the time we get to 8 o'clock in the morning. Strong south wind, temperatures in the 60s. Then we see another band coming through right around the lunchtime. A little bit of dry time here and there, but widespread showers and thunderstorms are expected for much of the day, and maybe another thunderstorm just south and west of Madison. Drying out by the time we get to this time tomorrow night, but staying very, very warm out there. 60s to near 70s, so one more mild day. We got one more with the shower and thunderstorm activity expected. So the bottom line is here, rainy and then turning sharply colder by the weekend. Enter the alert day cold by the time we get out to next week. There we see the temperatures really take a nosedive. Saturday going on into your Sunday. Alert day on Halloween Tuesday and staying very, very chilly out there beyond that as well. Quick thanks here to Jane for sending us this photo from Verona. I have a little bit of ice on that lake by the time we get out to this point next week. Send us those pictures, folks. First Warren at WISC-TV.com.
Oh, you want to take another live look out of Maine, where authorities say at least 16 people have been killed by an active shooter at multiple locations. This happened in the city of Lewiston, and that number could grow. The shooter, we are told, still on the run tonight. And again, this is a live look at the Central Maine Medical Center, where we are still awaiting a press conference from authorities, but it has yet to begin. Stay with Channel3000.com and News 3 Now this morning for the very latest updates.
And coming up in sports, Tyler Wall back for one last go-around in Madison. Why he's not the only one thinking big things for his final season at Wisconsin. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Their harmony and great country music that brings people together. It's Rocket Club. Performing live Friday, November 17th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new AbEX from Sonobello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sonobello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing AbEX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
AbEX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about AbEX by Sonobello. Call 1-888-285-6876 or go to sonobello.com.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's Ford Truck Month. Time to defeat any task in a Ford F-150 with all the capability, productivity, and technology of Ford F-Series. America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. So get to Ford Truck Month and get into a built Ford tough truck.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Now, lease a new Ford F-150 STX for just $399 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. They're taking the time to listen and talk about options for feeling better.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
It'll be a night of laughter and fun. It's the Bob and Tom Show Comedy Tour with comedians Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Jeff Oskey. Performing live Saturday, November 4th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
The Wisconsin women's hockey team hits the road for 3 straight series away from home, and the Badgers will have to do it without the best player in the country, in Caroline Harvey. The All-American defender suffered a left knee injury in UW's series with Bemidji State, and in true hockey injury fashion, Mark Johnson said of Harvey's timeline for a return to the ice, it's going to be a while. But one thing is for sure, without number 4, Badgers are going to look different.
Well, it'd be sort of this scenario if the Bulls were playing and Jordan wasn't available, what would it look like? Well, it'd probably look a little different, and so we'll look a little different with her not in the lineup. Obviously, you know, she's an elite player and one of the best players in the country, and if she's not playing, you know, we're a little bit different, but that doesn't mean we can't go out and play.
Last season, Tyler Wallace started off the year on a tear, and then the Badger forward hurt his ankle. He still finished 4th on the team in scoring and 2nd in rebounding, but Wall was never really the Wall we were used to seeing after his injury. This season, he's fully healthy, and big things are expected from the 5th-year senior. Wall was one of 20 athletes named to the Julius Erving Small Forward Preseason Award watch list. Wisconsin begins their season on November 7th against Arkansas State. And just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Braden Locke and I break down the big man touchdown pass he threw to Nolan Rucci, preview UW's game against Ohio State, and get into the Halloween spirit. Show starts at 6:30 on Friday right here on News 3 Now. We're back after this.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Coordinate your home's exterior with Patriot Lighting. Created with a black finish and clear seated glass. These matching outdoor lights will complement any decor. This Tom outdoor wall light is now just $29.98 after rebate. Finish lighting your workspace with ballast-free lights from Zone Lighting. The durable construction allows for flexible LED bulb replacement and reduced maintenance, all while improving your energy efficiency. A 4-light ballast-free wrap light is $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. The New York Times calls it thrilling, glorious, and better than it ever was. Bartlett Shear's glowing production is enthralling. Don't miss the smashing, jubilant Lincoln Center Theater production of My Fair Lady.
At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.77 a pound. Red grapes, just $1.98 a pound. And our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for only $10. Only at Hy-Vee.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign.
America's new Speaker of the House is Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson. Hold on a second. Am I Mike Johnson?
New tonight on CBS. And Alex is back as we take one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, bottom line here, folks, we're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms increase again, up to an inch of rain possible through Friday, turning sharply colder by the weekend. Alert day cold expected by the time we get to Halloween here, folks. Again, you folks know I like to color coordinate with the weather here, so when we've got plummeting temperatures, enter the purple glasses, and I couldn't help but look here at all of us at the desk. We got some amazing weather color coordination going on here with our attire. We got the purple and the blue.
We're doing what we can to help support this.
But get ready for that cool down.
Get ready for that cool down. Yep, indeed. That costumes, you might need to put a coat over your costumes.
Or pick one that's nice and warm.
Yeah.
You know.
We know how it's done here. Come on, we've done this by now.
Well, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.